Aham Veda Sarvani Natvam Veda Parantapa. You do not know them, but I know all of them. And see, the first important difference between these two apparently human beings. One is endowed with all the knowledge. Another has very, very limited knowledge. One is the divine in human form without losing the knowledge of divinity. One much modern great teacher, it is he was living in Amravati and all that was that he was blind, led a very nice, great, saintly life and composed so many works. Do you know him? Prajna Chakshu. He was called Prajna Chakshu. It is so. He composed a very nice word for it, coined a nice word for this great phenomenon. It is, and that word is not found anywhere. I asked many Vedanta scholars that have you found this word anywhere before? And they said no. They asked all the Veda, like I had called Sarvapriyananda. Have you heard this word anywhere else? Said I will contact. I don't remember having heard, but I will ask many other scholars. And nobody had heard this word. This is a beautiful word. That it is. The word is has a Vedantic color. Anadhyasta vivarta. It needs some explanation. Anadhyasta vivarta and adhyasta vivarta. For all of us, what happens is our knowledge of true nature, who we are, that knowledge is covered. That knowledge is not available to us. Who knows that I am divine? Nobody knows it. I am so and so. And Teresa will say, I am Teresa. What do you mean? It is, yeah, it is the knowledge that I am divine is the word for all of us. That is called adhyastha. Hmm. And then vivarta means because of this covering, now something else appears there. The covering appears. A common example cited in Vedanta texts is that there is a robe lying, that it was uh, evening, twilight, not everything was not clearly visible. That robe lying there, already you might have been thinking of some snake, reading some snake story, and then you imagine, hey, there is a snake there. Now, instead of the rope, the snake is created. This is called the Adhyastha Vivarta. Means this rope is covered and the snake is appearing there. So the reality of the rope is covered, and that which is not there actually now makes its presence there. So the God, who is the reality, that gets covered, and we question: does the God exist? Where is it? We show a finger there in the sky there, as if you go in the spacecraft somewhere, you may find him. No, it is so that is covered. That which is actually present everywhere gets covered. we don't see the rope, and thus we see the non-existent snake there. That snake is called Vivarta. Covering of the rope is called Adhyasa. And then appearance of this snake there is called Vivarta. Do you understand it, Arohi? That Adhyasa and Vivarta. These things. But in case of incarnation of God, the knowledge is not covered. The rope is still being seen, and the incarnation of God is that others are not understanding it as rope, but they are getting deluded by seeing the snake. So to remove that delusion, such a human being can do that, because there is both things there. The knowledge of the rope is there, so there is no adhyasa. Do you get this point? Huh? There is no adhyasa. Anadhyasta, therefore, anadhyasta. And yet there is this snake there, the perception of body is that it is there. So that is vivarta is there. Anadhyasta vivarta. That is, you must have heard of him, Gulab Rao Maharaj. Yeah, so it is, yeah. Yeah, yeah, something. He was blind, and he discovered being blind. He saw the place where Jnaneshwara was actually took his samadhi, got buried. It was nobody actually knew where that place was. Over the time gap of say about 650 years. So he saw that. So that is his discovery. So it is, then he got this name Prajna Chakshu, means the eyes of wisdom. And these eyes were not there. He was blind completely. And in that blindness, it is amazing. He studied tremendous Sanskrit. He studied all scriptures of various religions also. And he has written, literally means hundreds of books have been composed by him in languages like Sanskrit and this Marathi and Hindi. So it is his word, anadhyasta vivarta. There is no superimposition there. No knowledge is not covered. And yet there is this appearance. So Krishna says that you don't know, Arjuna. Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacha Arjuna. Tanyaham veda sarvani natvam vedha parantapa. That you and I both have lived innumerable births. But for you all that is covered. I have no covering, so I know Sarvani, I know all of them, but you do not know. That is why such a person is capable of imparting knowledge. Now imagine, in the absence of that, if somebody is seeing the rope covered with this snake, the person is not seeing rope at all, is seeing snake. although actually there is rope. Now, if two such people are there, both are seeing only snake, can anybody impart the knowledge of a rope to another? Both are seeing the snake. Come on, let's run away. May attack us, who knows, and maybe looks poisonous. Yeah, when you see the snake, all those you start thinking of the characteristics. When you see the rope, naturally, no such characteristic is seen. Rope is not poisonous, you see. A rope doesn't have eyes, a rope doesn't have a hood. So it is. When you see snake, now all those things come, and two are seeing the same snake and not seeing the rope. They cannot impart knowledge to each other because both are blinded by not knowledge of the rope. Imagine somebody else who sees the rope, does not have any idea that the others are not seeing the rope. That person also cannot impart this knowledge because he doesn't think that anybody, how can anybody be seeing a snake there? It is very clear rope. So this person has knowledge but no idea that there is ignorance of it. It is only that person who sees that there is actually rope, and this Yogatmananda is not aware of the rope but is aware of the snake. Imagine. So then that person can tell Yogatmananda, hey, you stupid, it is actually no snake there. It is only rope that is appearing as snake. Do you get the point? Is it, am I clear? So that is how the person imparts knowledge. That yes, here is actually the rope. See, it is, come closer. Don't get scared. See, I come close. Am I scared? No. Then seeing the example, you also build courage. But the heart is this fellow may have the tricks, may be a snake charmer, but may attack me, and with that high palpitation of heart, and with that anxiety, do I have insurance to cover? All that you approach the what was seemingly the snake, and still the snake does not make any improve any movement. Then this incarnation of God, who is seeing the rope and is seeing that you are seeing the snake, touches it. Really, really, it is not snake. And the knowledge dawns there. So this is, Krishna explains that this is to dispel the ignorance. And what there are the tangible effects of the ignorance. Ignorance is the word that is used in an okay, somebody has ignorance. But the ignorance changes the life and puts it in suffering. Now, what does this ignorance do? Like if you are seeing the snake, you will try to run away, you will have fears. Even if you are a courageous person, still there is fear, you know. Oh, yes, I can do that. I am courageous fellow. But still the heart has that. When you see the rope, then that fearlessness is very different from somebody mustering the courage. So, here this is demonstrated. Look, this life in ignorance means life of fear. And fear makes us commit crimes, sins. Hmm. We sin because we are scared. Oh, that fellow may be inimical to me. Let me do some preemptive strikes. Hmm. It is so even before thinking the you attack, you feel the fear, then there is the desires to appropriate more to yourself. All crimes happen because of that, that I want to get more and more. So the ignorance is not static as such. It has its effect in life. You are scared to become possessive, and those desires make you know that hurt others, all that, and you become miserable. Because the desires keep on increasing, there is no satisfaction for those desires. The other day I was giving example in the Bhagavatam class today that we have seen many times in American homes the windows and all are closed, so you don't see that. But in India, the small birds would enter and then keep on that hitting the mirror, because that bird sees that, oh, I am there in the mirror, come on, let me meet that mirror, that bird, uh, let us have a chat, let us compete, and so forth, because the mirror is there, but the mirror is not seen, is another person is seen. And what happens again and again? You go to fulfill that desire to meet the other bird. The result is the bird gets injured, dies also. Hmm. It is what to do, out of compassion for those birds. We used to cover the mirror with a towel, that, oh, so that the poor bird will not get deluded like that. So we have the same fate, thinking that if I get this, I will become so happy. All that I want in life is to just get this person, and then if I get that, I will be so happy. No, it doesn't happen because there is no other that you are hitting the mirror, and that's it. So this ignorance has all this, you can say, snowball effect, goes on increasing. So the only way you can get rid of it, what Advaita? Uh, what will cure that? Huh? You are known as a debater and a speaker, isn't it? Come on, reply loudly. Uh, See, your mom is looking at you tauntingly. Okay. Yeah, remove the ignorance. There is all the joy is here itself. There is nothing to desire outside. Hmm. And that alone will be able to remove the misery. So this is the job of the incarnation. And that is how the your the attitude of irreligiousness will get. You will learn to control your instincts. Means the animal part will be eliminated, human part will become more and more prominent as the animal aspect take back seat. you will think that is the glory of human being. Hmm. I had spoken of that here many times. But look, animals, they live in the same way. They do not manipulate nature. The animals do not have the apparel shops to choose apparel from. This dress looks nice on me, let me put it on. Then let me eat this food cooking. Nobody, this is all human things. The animals, they don't have cigarettes to smoke, isn't it? No, it is all the human stupidity that is there, that, okay, uh, human beings cook and no satisfaction, Oh no, let me try another combination, add this to this. So, culinary schools. And no animal has, and still human beings are not satisfied. Animals, they get satisfied, they have instinctive life, so doesn't matter. So they live the same way, and they do not come to extinction like human beings. Human beings are here for a small, maybe a few million years. And the mice have been there for much longer time, and they will survive human civilization as it you can predict. Human beings, very weak species, physically speaking. So it is, but human beings, is that I am really divine. That is my true nature. And then also disappear. So this is what Krishna says, that why do I, it is incarnate the, uh, the verses later that it is very famous verse that यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहं परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. That this is what the animal predominating and the understanding of the truth is gone, and so tremendous suffering. That is the result, that no animals suffer as human beings suffer, because there is the trick of conscience there, that I am not doing. It is as Swami Vivekananda says, that no human being can ever eat with the same gusto as an animal. It is not possible, because we, is it, am I living for eating or eating for living? Confusion happens. So it is, for animal there is no confusion. The question would be understandable for a cat or a dog. What are you talking about? You see, I will think about it only after eating is done. So it is the animals, because that part is not there. So human beings having that part, we suffer. It is said that because of the human association, the pets also undergo the human sufferings. The pets. So I get told, my cat is feeling very lonely and is depressed. I am going to take the cat to some psychologist. Do you get some cat, Teresa? No, only human beings. Oh, okay. No, not the a depressed cat or a suicidal cat. You don't get it. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So, but that is all because of human association. In while left to themselves, they don't get any. It is somebody was telling me yesterday. Oh, we were having the surgery on the dog. We put out. We had to pull out quite a few teeth of the dog. Now, in the dogs left to in the wild, nobody has any tooth issue, because they don't, with human association, all these things come to dogs. It is so because human beings suffer, mental suffering is for human beings that even if you say some word that is you feel in that particular mode of your life very harsh, and that word was uttered once by that fellow, you will be repeating it in your mind 1,000 times. That this person said this to me, and then that person said it once, the fellow gone. Now what? Sindhuri will be repeating this word in her mind 1,000 times. Why that word was said to me? So she will be telling it again and again to herself, hurting again and again oneself. This doesn't happen with animals more. So human beings suffer because of these problems. So, and therefore human beings have to have religion. What religion means actually is knowing what is our goal and how to go there. That is what Jesus said very clearly, just one sentence, that it is that I am the goal, I am the way. Where can be a clearer statement like that? I am the goal. That is, look at that. That is the goal. And how to get there? I am the way to. So, practicality. So, this is the purpose. That is called Dharma Samstapana. Establishing the religion. What is the purpose of religion? Hmm? Oh, the purpose of life. Why am I living? Think about that. Why am I living? What should I achieve? Purpose. And second, it should not be an impractical purpose. It should be practical. It should be achievable. Uh, We have otherwise impractical ideas. Hmm. What are our impractical ideas? One idea, impractical, that I will get happiness in this world. Impractical idea. Not there, how can you get it? It is, I had gone to some series of talks at there, very nice. The theme was mirage. Uh, Mirage. And do you know mirage? Huh? What? What is mirage? Huh? Huh? Yes, things are not, it is just you think that there is water there, but there is no water. Things are not there. Exactly. Thank you. So it is. So people told experiences that how that they had a mirage like thing, that they will do like this. Then the mirage. One day that disappointment hit them powerfully, and then they had to find their way. It is so how they struggle and how they overcame that. Yes. So it is this is impractical thing to get water from mirage, and we do that. That person will bring happiness in my life, as if that person has a mine of happiness there. It is nothing. how can that person bring happiness to your life? It is only we live in delusion like that, that it is disappointments and delusion, because the ideal is impractical. Another impractical idea that we hold on to is money will bring happiness. It is money will come, but money has no happiness that it can give it to you. It is completely impractical idea. So our purpose of life should not be money. In that Catholic school, somebody, that one uh, boy, I asked, what is do you think the purpose of your life? And he frankly told, I want to get more money, lot of money, I want to get lot of money. And I said, okay, fine, but why? Why you want to get money? What is it going to give you? Uh, Hey, then I will be very happy. Uh, So look at the lives of all moneyed people. Are they happy? Far from it. Far from it. It is all money, then getting more money and preserving what they have, what is called in Bhagavad Gita and in Vedanta, Yoga Kshema. Sanskrit, it is called Yoga means adding more, and Kshema means holding on to what you have. Now it is all the worries and frustrations, all that disappointment keep on. So it is an impossible ideal, impractical, impossible ideal. Now the ideal of uh, religion, what is it? You are divine experience. That is a practical ideal. What do you think, Vivek? Is it practical? No? Why? Uh, who think that it is not practical? Come on, you should give the answer. Yeah. Who of you think that knowing one's true divine nature is impractical, and who think that it is practical? Come on, what you think it is impractical, Adi? Practical, yeah. Those who think practical, come on, raise your hands. Oh wow, that's a good number. Wow, good. Huh? But if that is, yes, I agree with you, it may be difficult, but it is practical. Sandhya didn't raise hand, so she thinks it is really okay. A little bit. A little bit. So seems to be little bit practical. And getting happiness in this world, is it practical? Is it possible? Is it easy or is it difficult? Huh? Difficult. It is not difficult. It is impossible. Getting water in mirage is easy or difficult? Huh? Impossible, you see. It is an impossibility that we go to do. And getting God, we think, it is very difficult. Yes. But if we get God, you become happiness. You don't need to get. Get happy. So if God is practical. By getting God, it becomes becoming happy. I phrased this question like this: that by getting things in the world, that is like getting money. Is it going to make you happy? That boy thought that is what is how, and most of us think like that. That getting money will make my life happy. So, dharma samsthapana, that establishing this religion means establishing a hierarchy of values. How much value something has. Hmm. So you that is dharma. That what should I do to achieve it? Practical steps are there. Step by step. You can have the tiny steps like an ant. But still, that is good advancement, you know. It is good that you go like that. It is so. It is practical. That is the true religion is practical. It is not theoretical. It is not pointing to a God that is sitting somewhere. And that God who is our true nature is in everybody's heart. And that is the matter of emphasis. Like our Catholic chaplain was talking to me, said that, oh Swami, you were telling again and again the God who is our indwelling reality. We don't emphasize it that much. We speak of that God, our Father who is in heaven. Means far away somewhere. No. I told, look, it is, Jesus says that the kingdom of heaven is within you. Yes, it is there, but we don't emphasize it. And it should be emphasized. That aspect should be emphasized. So you can see it practical. And it is actually very easy also. Being within you, you don't have to go searching here and there. It is therefore a Catholic teacher. He wrote a nice book. He did not put his name. Nobody exactly knows who is the author, but it is a 13th century mystic text. The title is Cloud of Unknowing. Cloud of Unknowing. So he says that this is realizing the truth, the God, is the easiest of the tasks because it is there already. You don't have to go anywhere for that. You don't have to pay any money for that. You don't have to go anywhere for that. You do not need to, you see, do some acrobatic acts. Nothing like that. It is so simple. Only just open the eyes and see the truth. Yeah, how much effort do I have to do to know that Ankur is here? Well, no effort is necessary. I just open the eye and see, that's it. So just see that God. There's such little effort. That the rope is, just see it. You don't have to go and bring rope and put it there. It is, or you don't have to even take a stick and kill the non-existent snake. You just see, that is the religion. So that is what God in human form does. And he says, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tatvatah tyaktva deham punarjanma na eti mam eti sorjuna. That such a being then, it is, what happens to such a being? That being then, when he knows that God is uh, never born, is a divine existence. Janma, karma, and his appearance is just a taken up appearance. Divya, it is all divine. Then Advaita thinks that yes, that is that God who is a divine birth, that God is in me. So, who am I then? I also am divine. That is all now. So easy, to see. So this is the great teachings that God appearing in human form. These teachings continue. And we saw a few in the fourth chapter where they begin. But then afterwards they continue. God now in human form. In the seventh chapter again that comes, where God says, Sri Krishna says that look, ye chaiva satvika bhava rajasas tamasas ye matta eveti tan vidhi natu aham teshu timai. That this whole universe, what it is like the waves, and comes and goes, And everything has a birth, like a wave starts, wave grows, wave is gone. So, but where from all these waves rise, where are they sustained and where they all fall back? Lord says, from me. Matta eva. From me they arise. It is, and in me they are, and in me they dissolve. Uh, yeah. While they are all in me, I am not in them. Hmm. Just like the ocean is there in every wave, but no wave has the whole ocean. So the appearances they come. So this is what is uh, important to experience, that there is that God with us. In human form, it is easier for us to feel. Hmm. Otherwise, it is we cannot. But yes, that God is, and Arjuna could see that God is my friend. We also must be able to see that God is my friend, God is my father, mother, everything is that God. Like we chant the Hindu children, they always, I remember having chanted it right from the time I remember. त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव. Advaita, memorize this. Simple one verse. That Tvameva Mata, you are the mother, you are the father. God is our mother, God is our father, God is that our siblings and friends, and God is the wealth, and God is my learning. So that everything is that God. So He is always with us. That God is always with us. And thus we don't have fear. God never leaves us. We may run away from God. God cannot run away from us. So it is because we are ignorant, we think we can run away from God. But can say a clay pot, for example. The pot may think I will run away from clay. Can clay ever run away from the pot? So God does never run away from us. So this is to be remembered. This is the matter of uh, consolation, solace, and assurance that yes, if we hold on to that, if we surrender to that, then we will see. So we shall conclude it here. If you have any question, please come forward and ask. Any question? Very clear, isn't it? Oh, Anita, you have a question. Huh? Yeah. Yes, they are. That is what Sri Ramakrishna is born in our time. And no, it will continue. It will continue. It is whenever there is that need. Swami Abhedananda in his book says that it is about 400, 500 years of span. And then they come again. Yeah, it is the God takes form again. But it is there always. Of course, there is. And that is the only hope. It is your time already there is. It is your time, it is already there for you. See, Sri Ramakrishna is in. Yeah, so that is. Huh? Not everyone realizes. That is the exactly what happens when you are close. You see only the human part. Oh, with Holy Mother, the women in the village, when somebody would do salutation and pranam, their offering worship, she is goddess. Don't tell us all those things. We know her from her childhood. She is a common, normal girl, a little stupid. That's all. That was their understanding. So it is quite, we don't know them. But that is what another thing that is. Huh? That is ignorance. How many knew Sri Ramakrishna? They lived around him. All those officers in the Kali temple there, they lived around. How many knew Jesus as the God incarnate? Hardly anybody. They crucified him. It is, yeah, it is very difficult. So, therefore, but the purpose is fulfilled. Once the purpose is fulfilled, they do not continue in the life much. Their job is done. They are not addicted like us. They do not have this ignorance that I am body. I take the body and when the purpose is done, I discard it. Like you have, if you want to go out or early morning, then you would put on a thick jacket when it's cold. And then after you come in here, the temperatures are high. So now it is, you can take that off and keep it. So they can unbutton the body and keep it. Because they are not body. We get identified with body. And to have a body is not a problem. It is something that we can use. Like the car that you came, you can use it. But suppose you are locked in the car, then that's not a good thing. So we get locked in the body consciousness. And this body, no, body is for my use, I am not the body. See how freedom you get immediately. So that is how it is. So, one question there on the web.
Charles Feldman.
Oh,
Moses and Muhammad lived the first part of their lives without knowledge of God. It only came later. So how can you compare them incarnation?
they are incarnations of God, although they have the knowledge of God right from the beginning to teach people. They assume that ignorance. It is not that they did not have knowledge, they always had this knowledge. And therefore, it is not that, but to teach, you have to assume ignorance. Like the Jnaneshwar Maharaj compares it to teach a child how to write A, B, C, D. And the teacher also holds a slate and a pencil and does like that. Not that the teacher doesn't know. Sarvagatananji used to tell a nice joke that a child told that's going to school, our teachers don't know anything. They ask us questions, you know. Now the teachers asking questions is not out of ignorance, but to teach the children. They assume that is how this. Otherwise, the this knowledge couldn't have been imparted. So the teacher has to assume that role of ignorant and then give the knowledge. Yeah. But that same is true with Muhammad and
How do you compare that with the non-dual teachings that you have knowledge, but you have assumed the ignorance? Like
we have not assumed it.
You're already divine. You know it or you don't. You're already divine, but you have assumed this ignorance.
It is, if you are, that is not assuming ignorance, that is being overtaken by ignorance. The two things are very different.
That is not your real.
No, that is why in that verse in Atma Mayaya, a beautiful word is there. And while we were driving, that commentary of Ranganathananji was so beautiful on it. Atma Mayaya. Yeah. Thakur used to say that the snake has poison all the time in the mouth. But does the snake die because of that? But if that snake stings somebody, if it bites somebody, that fellow dies. So God has his own Maya, but he is not affected by it. That is how this is. Another question. To show how to do sadhana, it is assumed. Yeah.
His Gita, his avatars, get someone to recognize them and take their message forward. I wonder so many avatars came to India and called.
Well, that is they are not all of them are not avatars, but yes, they took the message forward, like Jesus' disciples. Uh, the Christianity spread. Now this is, that Easter is approaching. Next Sunday is the Easter Sunday. So that after that body was crucified, he appeared again to all. It is so it brings that message. The Christianity spread out of that. That so the disciples they underwent lot of horrific tortures, but they stood by the teachings, and that made the Christianity spread all over. So that is how the teachings of the teachers are absorbed by others and it is spread. Like you have this phenomena everywhere. The electric that production is somewhere. Then it gets into transformers, and from transformers you have your connections put there. So from that you get it. So it is like that. the disciples of incarnation who become, they like the rays of the sun and they become the spreaders of that sunlight. Okay then, let us conclude with the prayers. Those who are listening online, they will not get the nice food, and there is no mechanism to give food online. गीता सुगीता कर्तव्या किमन्यत् शास्त्रविस्तरैः या स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य पद्माद्विनिसृता एकं शास्त्रं देवकीपुत्रगीतम् एको देवो देवकीपुत्र एव एको मन्त्रः तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा. Next meeting will be on April 27th. Sorry, 28th. 27th is Saturday. The Swami who is going to come to give retreat, Swami Atmagyanananda, he will be coming here on Sunday to give that talk. He has already communicated the topic, but I have forgotten. So it is, I will circulate it soon. Then May also, it will be 12th May. So you can put down these dates. April 28, May 12, and June I am yet to finalize. I think today they have another program here. We have to